What would you do if the person sleeping beside you had already replaced you, and you were the last one to find out? The glow from her phone cut through the dark bedroom like a blade. 2:17 a.m. I wasn't supposed to be awake, but something, maybe instinct, maybe dread, pulled me out of sleep. She lay on her side, back facing me, thumbs moving fast, a faint smile curling at the edge of her lips. Not the kind she ever gave me anymore. Then the message popped up. Can't wait to see you again. Tonight felt too short. My chest tightened. I didn't breathe. I didn't move. I just stared, and then she tilted the phone slightly, like she suddenly remembered I existed. And that's when I knew. I was already too late. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. A week later, she sat across from me at a diner on West 34th Street in Manhattan, stirring her coffee like she was rehearsing a speech. The place smelled like burnt toast and old grease, the kind of place we used to love because it felt real. But nothing about her felt real anymore. I think we've grown apart, she said, not even looking up. No emotion, no hesitation, just clean detachment. I let the words hang between us. Grown apart, I repeated slowly. After 10 years? She shrugged. Actually shrugged. I don't feel the same anymore, Jason. That name, my name, sounded foreign coming from her mouth. I noticed the small things. The way she avoided eye contact. The new nails. The dress she never wore around me. She had already checked out. This wasn't a conversation. It was a formality. What is this really about? I asked. She exhaled like I was exhausting her. I just want something different. Different. That word echoed in my head like a gunshot. The humiliation didn't hit all at once. It crept in slowly. The looks from the waitress who had seen us here for years. The silence on the walk back to our apartment near 8th Avenue. The way she went straight to the shower and locked the door. Something was wrong long before that night. I just hadn't wanted to see it. The late nights. The running club she suddenly joined. The way her phone was always face down. The sudden password change. The laughter at texts she wouldn't share. I started noticing everything. Receipts from places she claimed she'd never been. A charge from a boutique hotel in Soho. Calls that lasted exactly 7 minutes. Always at the same time, always outside. And then there was the name. Mark. It appeared once. Then disappeared. But it was enough. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I watched. I followed her one evening when she said she had a late run. She drove, which already didn't make sense. I stayed 3 cars behind as she turned off Houston Street and pulled into the parking garage of a sleek glass hotel. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. I waited. 20 minutes later, I saw him. Tall, confident, smug in a way you could spot from a mile away. He walked straight to her car, opened the passenger door like he'd done it 100 times, and leaned in. She kissed him. Not a mistake. Not hesitation. Familiar. Practiced. Mine replaced. I don't remember driving home. I don't remember sleeping. All I remember was the silence in my chest where something used to be. The next few weeks were the worst of my life. She became colder, sharper, like she resented me for still existing. You're suffocating me, she snapped one night. I almost laughed. She was the one sneaking around. She was the one lying. And somehow, I was the problem. That's when I broke. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. Alone in the living room at 3 a.m., staring at nothing, realizing the life I thought I had was already gone. And that's when something shifted. If she wanted to destroy me, fine. But I wasn't going to stay the victim. I started planning. Carefully. Patiently. I hired a private investigator. A guy named Collins who had seen everything and judged nothing. Within days, he had more than I ever expected. Photos, videos, dates, times, hotel entries, restaurant bills, even messages. They weren't careful. Why would they be? They thought I was weak. They thought I'd just fade away. I built everything piece by piece. I met with a lawyer on Madison Avenue. Calm, precise, ruthless. She reviewed everything and smiled slightly. She's going to regret this, she said. We set the trap. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I played along. I acted tired, defeated, like I was slowly accepting the end. She relaxed. They always do. Then came the moment she thought would humiliate me the most. A small gathering. Her idea. Friends. A few coworkers. Even some of my own contacts. Hosted in a rented rooftop space in Brooklyn overlooking the skyline. She dressed like she had already moved on. And then, she brought him. Jason, she said casually, like she was introducing a colleague. This is Mark. He extended his hand. Smiling. Confident. Untouchable. I shook it. Firmly. Nice to finally meet you, I said. The room buzzed. People whispered. Some looked away. Others stared. She thought she had won. She thought this was the moment I'd crumble. Instead, I raised my glass. Before we go any further, I said, my voice steady, I think everyone deserves the truth. Her smile flickered. Mark's posture stiffened. I nodded toward the screen behind us. Collins had set it up perfectly. Photos appeared. Clear. Undeniable. Then videos. Audio. Messages. Dates overlapping with anniversaries. Family dinners. Every lie exposed in brutal clarity. The room went silent. Someone gasped. Her face drained of color. Jason, what is this? She stammered. But she already knew. Mark stepped back. Just slightly. Coward. I wanted everyone to understand. I continued calmly. What growing apart really meant. Her friends looked at her differently now. Not with sympathy. With disgust. Mark tried to speak. This isn't. Save it, I cut in. Your wife might want to see this too. That landed. Hard. Because yes, he had one. I watched him unravel in real time. My lawyer stepped forward next. Documents. Divorce papers. Financial disclosures. Evidence of infidelity. Everything airtight. She wasn't just exposed. She was finished. Legally. Socially. Completely. Her job didn't survive the week. Neither did his marriage. I walked out before anyone could say another word. No shouting. No drama. Just silence. A few months later, the apartment was empty. Sold. Her name erased from everything. I heard things, of course. How she tried to rebuild. How no one trusted her. How every relationship after that collapsed under the weight of what she'd done. I never responded. Never checked. Never looked back. Because the truth is, revenge doesn't feel loud. It doesn't feel victorious. It feels quiet. Like standing in an empty room where something used to live. Sometimes, late at night, I still wake up at 2:17 a.m. But now, there's no glowing phone beside me. Just darkness. And the memory of the moment I realized she was never mine to lose. The end.